Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining us, this is going to be the third installment of Butler Outdoors' case rescue. We have the rear of the parts tractor and the front of his original case, and we're getting ready to make the connection. So if you haven't followed along up to this point, the other two videos are just before this one. You can head back, have a look at them. If you could take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification so you know every time we post a video. Really help the channel grow and be greatly appreciated. So we're gonna get rolling here. Stay tuned, here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is seal the bell housing. This is a wet clutch system, means there's oil inside the bell housing. There is a gasket. I was unable to obtain one, so we are going to use a little bit of gasket maker, and that way it'll seal up the bell housing for us. So we'll get a thin layer of that put on and start joining it together. You don't have to go crazy with this stuff. It goes a long way. Just a thin bead is all you need. Well, we're looking pretty close there. Look at that. You can't ask for that to go a whole lot better. Now all we have to do is clock the input shaft a little bit so it lines up with the clutch, and it's going to be sent right home. Apparently we got to get that bolt out though. I didn't see that. They were on different sides. Try that again. So another trick I use when I need to align the splines of the clutch with the output shaft of the transmission, the input shaft of the transmission, there is a couple of things you can do. You can either engage the PTO and then start turning it. That'll turn the input shaft as well. Or you can use the hand crank on the starter if it's got one, and you can wheel the motor over by hand, and that'll line it up as well. So we're going to see if that works on this one. Now when we tried to separate this thing, the clutch was not disengaging because I didn't have the arm off, and I'll stick you inside the bell housing here and show you. So inside here is the clutch mechanism, and that fork right there that moves has to line up with the throwout bearing right above it. If you can see that there it is. It all kind of has to go together as one. So let's see if we can do it. So that's the magic trick. Because of the way the spring-loaded clutch is, put the lever back on, pull the clutch back, it'll allow it to slide back nicely. I'm sure if Andrew sends this to Gary, he's going to yell at me through the screen for that, but I haven't worked on many cases. Most of my tractor experience is on Alice's and some John Deere's, but hey, we learn as we go, and I definitely don't have a service manual, so. Well, let's start getting some bolts in the torque housing and see where we get. Alright, get these torque housing bolts done up, and then we can get this tractor sitting on its own weight. Alright, we're going to take the jack out, undo the chain fall, and the two halves are officially mated. Just have to hook everything up. Alright, all the main chassis and everything is all bolted together. Clutch linkage is on, steering linkage is on, light bar is on. Everything's buttoned up. We're going to put the fuel tank on and start hooking up everything so we can fire it up. Well, it's far from finished, but I want to see if it's going to start. It's far enough that it'll do that if we put power to the coil, so. Well, we know it runs. Now we'll find out if it moves. Well, it's not 100% back together. We still got some cosmetics. We're going to change the grill. Got to put the hood back on. But it runs, it drives, it stops. That's one big plus. The brakes never worked very good before. We got to put the loader back on it, which I got to do some messing around with the fenders to do. And a bunch of electrical stuff that Andrew didn't know I was doing. We're going to make the lights work for him. We're going to try and make the charging system work if we can do it inexpensively. And try and find him another good front tire as well. So we'll see how it goes, and stay tuned to the next one. If you could like and subscribe, it's right there on the screen. It's easy. Help the channel grow, and we really appreciate it. Take care. Stay safe.